we don't want to subject ourselves to the harsh realities of what men need from us in order to be a suitable companion to them.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Hey, man, we got something good for you today. The title of this is Kevin Samuels, Black Men Are Crying Out Sisters. Pretty much it's one of our fellow sisters. Pretty much just talking, just want to give her insights about the stigma that a lot of women, mainly black women, who put on Kevin Samuels, that this man is mean, this man is disrespectful to black women. He's bad for the black community. But she just pretty much is gonna break it down. This is a 37-minute video. We're not gonna do the whole 37 minutes. That's dead. I'll just leave the link down in the description. Y'all can watch it on your own. She takes her time with saying what she needed to say and bring it to the forefront. That's why the goddamn video long as hell. But hey, at the end of the day, it makes for good content. What she's saying is true. And I believe it can help a lot of people out. But before we do, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Question: the best revenge is what? Let's jump into it.
Promoting masculinity is very important in this day and age, when so many of our men are coming to us or walking around with a lot of feminine qualities. And we want strong men, we want providers, we want a particular kind of man, but it's not enough masculinity being promoted. And a lot of times, we don't want to subject ourselves to the harsh realities of what men need from us in order to be a suitable companion to them.
So she do raise a good point. If you ask a man what's his ideal girl, he's not going to sit over here and say a girl that's overweight, that's plus size, that's this, that's that. He's going to say, no, I want a girl that's fit, that looks good, this and that, the perfect girl. Same thing for a woman. She wants a perfect guy. But for our preference, we can't have a preference. We can't have a preference, because if we do, we're considered something. We're labeled with something, and that's what she's kind of getting to. So let's continue.
So I will say that I do not believe that Kevin Samuels is trying his best to bring the black woman down. I think that he is pointing out from his experience and his point of view and the type of men that he is around that most women want. He's pointing out the characteristics in a woman that these men want. And it's nothing wrong with that. Because one thing there isn't is a guide to dating when you're growing up, And based on a lot of the videos that I have seen of his, he's asking people clear-cut questions.
That's another thing, right? This Kevin Samuels thing, where people get upset because of what Kevin Samuels say and do. I have this girl who will argue with me about this man, and it's never anything about the facts that he presents, but it's always about how he says it. Kevin Samuels is talking to black women. So his main core audience would be black women and mainly black people in general. Instead of being a grown ass adult, we have women who get upset and say, you know what? I don't like Kevin Samuels because of what he say. And they see a clip it, right? They see a clip it on Instagram. That's how I got put on to Kevin Samuels. I saw a clip of him comparing a female to some NFL football player. And to me, it was funny. That was entertainment. That was funny as hell. And then I ended up seeing another one, probably like a few days later. So I said, you know what? Let me check them out, right? Because what you can't do is you can't see a clip of something and then say that's who that person is. You know what I'm saying? And that is what a lot of people have done with Kevin Samuels. They have seen a clip of him and they put a perception and say, okay, well, this is the type of man he is. You just sit up here and down black women, to disrespect black women. Well, that's not the case. Because number one, if he was doing that to another race, a lot of y'all women would not be saying anything. A lot of y'all women would not be saying anything at all. But we have a lot of women who claim that they're grown, who will tell other men grow up, but yet can't watch Kevin Samuels because of the analogies he may use. What separates girls from women will sit over here and take that and be like, you know what? Let me better myself. When you see Kevin Samuels, the people who say, hey, you know what? Kevin Samuels changed me for the better. You know what I'm saying? Watch Kevin Samuels. You have to watch his whole show and not just to clip it. And that's what she's trying to say. You need to watch the whole show and not just a clip it, bro. Because you're trying to put a perception on him because it doesn't adhere to what you feel and what you believe. And he's just saying, like you said, she asked clear-cut answers. Clear-cut questions. That's what he asked. And you know what I'm saying? That's why I say you gotta watch the show, because he builds up. So, but like I said, she makes very valid, great points.
On what do they bring to the table that shows that they meet the expectations of a man who's basically financially well off. It's not fair for us to say that we want a man to have all these requirements and then we think Kevin Samuels is some kind of devil because he's telling us that we need to stay in shape and take care of ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that.
And that's another thing, right? And I apologize for pausing the video, but that's another thing. I just got another point that I got to make, right? So another thing what Kevin Samuels is trying to do with black women, his main thing is that he's trying to get black women to understand that some of your standards, some black women, just women in general, standards are way too high. And it's mainly black women. You go to Shade Room, you look at the comments, it's nothing but you got a lot of black women who just don't think on a level that you can sit over here and say that's plausible to anything. Kevin Samuels tried to tell women, your standards, some of these women's standards are way too high for themselves to be way too low. And what I mean by that is, you will have a woman who has 2 kids on the hips, probably 2 baby daddies, working at Wendy's, don't even look all that great. You can tell all she do was smoke weed and whatever the hell. But when you ask her, what do you look for? What's your ideal guy? What's the ideal guy? The thing that she would say is, and this is what you get on Kevin Samuels, the thing that you'll get is, I want a guy with no kids, but you got kids of your own. I want a guy that's making over $100K, where the average male earning is $30,000 to $50,000 a year. So you're talking about, the top 1%, top 2% or whatever, a man who's making $100K. She want him to be fit and all that shit. It's like, number one, the money thing, $100K, bro. It's going to be very hard to find somebody that makes $100K. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, if you're going to want a guy who makes $100K, he's more than likely going to have more options. And that's what you're going to have to deal with. But women don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Women sit on here and say, hey, That's my guy. That nigga belongs to me, which is true. I don't think any man should go out here and go cheat. All I'm saying is, usually with a man who's making that much money, he's gonna have a lot of options. That's number one. Number two, what makes you think a man wants to be with you? A man like that wants to be with a woman like you who's not even fit and who has all these kids and don't even have a really good job. And men really don't care for jobs, but it's still a little telling of you. You know what I'm saying? You're working at Wendy's, McDonald's, or some fast food restaurant, but you want a man who makes $100,000. You can barely only make $100 in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying like some of y'all gotta lower y'all standards. The third thing is, why would a man who's making $100K want a woman who has 2 kids, a kid or whatever by any man, and she not fit or none of that? Like you're the opposite. You're the opposite of what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what he's trying to say. He's saying some of y'all women's standards are way too high, or way too fucking high. Y'all need to lower that bar, because what's going to happen is you're going to get your 40s, 50s. You're going to end up dying alone, and that's what he's trying to say. But a lot of women do not like that because of what he's saying and how he says it. Kevin Samuels, I'm gonna compare it to Kevin Samuels is a person, and then I'm gonna say women, black women. I'm mainly black women because that's his audience. You get mad at me all you want, but that's his audience. You got black women, right? Are like animals. Like imagine a sheep stuck in a hole. Kevin Samuels grabbing sheep out of the hole. The sheep runs back, jump back into the hole. They don't want to be saved. You can't. That's Kevin Samuels. He's trying to save you, but a lot of women just cool with not progressing, and that's his whole thing. That's his whole show, and that's what I'm seeing. A lot of black women say they want help, say they're looking for a good man and shit, but then when you have Kevin Samuels, who's 50-something years of age, obviously has a lot of wisdom, who's bringing facts to the table, he's saying, hey, look, standards are way too high. This is what you need to do to fix it. Well, who the fuck are you? Who are you to fucking tell me that I can't do this and I can't do that? Just get all this fucking backlash, but be the main one, but be the exact same one jumping on this man like Groupie. There you go, oh my sugar! So like I said, she's raising great points, you know what I'm saying, and he raises nothing but great points and facts. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there is some things that he do say that I may not agree with, or that is really objective. Him with bigger women. It is a fact that you can tell a lot about somebody who is overweight. You can be like, okay, well, obviously the person don't take care of themselves. So what makes you think a man who's fit or whatever wants to date a woman who don't even take care of herself, who don't even care about her own personal health? You know what I'm saying? So, we just have it's that stigma, man. Y'all gotta get out. It's really y'all just gotta grow up and mature. That's for my black sisters and us too. For us men too, we gotta grow up, bro. We gotta get out of this bullshit stigma that somebody here to save us. Nobody owes you understanding at all. Nobody owes you understanding. Kevin Samuels here to help. If you don't want that damn help, then shut the fuck up and stop complaining, man, that you can't get no man when you got people who's trying to help you out. And for the women who feel as if Kevin Samuels don't know what he's talking about and you're winning right now because you're getting man or whatever, hopefully you keeping that nigga, because I'm telling you, you get a kid, you hit your 30s or whatever, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. I see it all the time. I've dealt with plenty of older women that's 10, 13 years older than me. I see it all the time, bro. They still just getting slammed and don't have no nigga. So I'm going off of experience, and I'm going off of what he's saying, and I'm just, we can see it off the women that comes to his show.
There's nothing wrong with a man telling you what he wants. And I understand he is just one man. But most men, as I've learned on other channels aside from his, they list is not that long. And it's nothing wrong with Kevin Samuels telling you ladies that you need to be healthy and fit. Because you do. Okay? Big girls, It's not to bring you down. Guess what? Being fit is being healthy and watching what you eat, putting in your body. We know you love your big voluptuous self, but it's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? I come from thick women, you know, and I can say my mother was a dancer growing up, a professional dancer. So she wasn't always thick. She was slim trim, and I'm slim trim. But as I get older, I have to work on trying to keep it together. You know, I just don't think that we should tear our brother down for telling his truth, for telling the truth of other men. If that's their truth and that's how they see it, those types of men, that in particular the women who follow his show want, then he has to give them the reality of the situation. Ladies, we gotta compromise to a degree in order to get what we want. All this estrogen going around with our black men, we need some masculinity. It's not toxic, it's just masculinity. The men want to be the leaders. They want to be the leaders. They're crying out to us to be the leaders, but we have to allow them to lead. And we can't expect the world of them and then not give them the world. It's just unrealistic. I believe that Kevin Samuels is just telling people to be realistic about their situation. Most men don't want to come into a relationship with a woman and have to take care of another man's children. Some men do. Some men don't mind. It depends on how much he loved the woman. But I literally went on a date the other day with a guy who said he ain't messing with no more women with children. Literally came out his mouth. He has been down that road and he was not feeling it, and he is never going back down that road. So that's not to say that men won't be with you if you have children, but you just gonna have to cut your list down a little bit so you can get a good man who don't mind stepping up and being down for you in your situation with children. I don't have children. If a man got baby,
and we're gonna end it right there, man. Just like I said, it was just something quick. I just want to hit on two things: the masculine part, the single mother, and the masculine part. First off, the masculine part. The masculine part. Today's society, y'all women are trying your hardest to emasculate some of these fucking men and make them hella fucking feminine. Because I hear way too many women sitting over here trying to tell men it is okay to cry. It is okay to tell us your emotion. No, it's not. At some point, don't no woman want a man all he do is fucking cry. All he's doing is telling you his problems every time. A woman wants a man who's going to freaking sit on here and say, you know what, hey man, look, I'm going through something. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? Hey baby, look, I'm going through something, damn, it's hard or whatever, but hey, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna deal with it. You ain't gotta tell me shit, you ain't gotta do shit. I got it. But right now we have, and there's really a lot of women who are putting it on their mothers. That's why kids can only strive in a 2-parent household. That's why they always say a son, especially a son, needs a father in his life. A single woman cannot raise a single mother cannot raise her son better than a man can. That is a fact. A single mother cannot raise her son better than a man can. That son needs a male figure in his life. That's the only way men can actually do better and progress in life. There's a statistic out there that shows you that kids who are in single parent households fail at a larger rate than kids who are in a 2-parent home. That's why we're trying to put that, and once again, it is sometimes men's fault for leaving that home. But nobody wants to play stepdaddy. That's the second thing for a single mother. Don't nobody want to play stepdad to nobody else's kid. And if you want to play stepdad, that's cool, that's you. Just understand that there's going to be a lot of consequences coming with that. What are those consequences? Well, I'm not going to say consequences. There's going to be a lot of cons that come with that. You're not going to be able to whoop that woman's child. You're not going to be able to lead the way you want to. For single mothers, don't nobody want to have to raise somebody else's kid. That's a man is going to be carrying somebody else's legacy if they become a stepfather. And once again, you're not going to be that father you think you can be. Once again, because you whoop another man's son, it's going to be problems. It's going to be hell to pay. That is stress you do not need. Now that kid sitting on here like, okay, I know this man can't touch me because I got my dad over here. I know this man can't touch me because my mama told this man that he can't touch me. And that's where your cons come in. Me as a man, I want to have my own legacy. I want to make my own kid, and I want to be able to discipline my kid however I want to, whenever I want to, providing that they fuck up. I don't want to have to worry about some man coming over here trying to fight me because I whooped the damn kid. I don't want to have to worry about my shorty coming over here trying to fight me and trying to distance herself from me because I whooped the damn kid. And another thing is, you're a stepfather. You get a connection with that kid. You and the baby mother, you and your girl fall out. You're not ever going to be able to see that kid again. Once she's gone, that kid's gone with her, bro. That's why he's trying to tell other men, don't fall stupid. Don't be stupid and, fuck around with a single mother, bro. Because once again, you want to carry your own legacy. You don't want to carry another man's legacy that you have to freaking sit over here and watch over your damn back the whole time because now the kid sitting over here cussing you out. You can't do shit. So that's another thing. And then, once again, back to this feminine shit, bro. Women got to stop telling men it is okay to cry. It is not okay to cry because once again, men, they are setting y'all. For men who are listening, for boys who are listening, any female who sit on here and says it is okay for you to cry, they are setting you up for failure, bro. Women do not want men who sit over here and cry all the time. Women do not want no man who just cries at all, bro. Women want a resilient man. Women want a man who thinking. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, you know what? Hey, look, baby, I'm going through some shit, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Every dog has his day. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. But you sitting over here crying, baby, I lost my job. I can't do shit with my life. You doing that continuous? You might be able to pull that shit off the first time. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, okay, it's okay, baby. But if you come back every time or more often, more than her, she's gonna be like, yeah, she's going to be repulsed by that. Y'all hear me? She's gonna be repulsed by that, man. I'm being dead ass, bro. All jokes aside, she would be repulsed by that, bro. Mark my words, she will be repulsed by that shit, bro. She will lose hella respect for you. That's why people tell you, and Kevin Samuels tell you, do not deal with single mothers. Is go out there, go deal with a woman who has no kids. Because now you get to start your own legacy. You can't carry on somebody else's legacy. Because that kid's going to be carrying on somebody else's. That kid's going to, he has his father's last name. Or his mother's last name. So, like I said, it was a pretty good video. I ain't mean to hold y'all long. It's just something good to think about. It's just something good to think about, like doing videos like this, because it's very educational. It's something that we all need to learn. Even men too. A lot of women don't like the traditional role because they feel as if it don't benefit them when it benefits y'all. Because you play the feminine role, you are a feminine woman. You can get a good man you are more than likely you're not gonna have to pay no bills. All you're gonna have to do is really be a stay-at-home mom. You can probably have your little job on the side or whatever, but more than likely the household is going to survive because you know your role and the man knows his role, and you know y'all good. But you know, for a woman to sit over here, man, and lay down with a man, and you've been pushing away. You get a lot of women who are in their 20s right now who is pushing away good men. No, I want a bad boy. I want a nigga who's this and who's that. You know what I'm saying? And pushing away the good men, and then end up getting knocked up by one of these dudes. The nigga leaves the damn life. Now she 30 years of age, can't find no man. You know, now sitting on here saying all men ain't shit. Bitch, it was you that goddamn freaking sat over here and gave up good men. It was you that pushed away goddamn good men. It was you that damn laid down and sat and goddamn had a kid with Tyrone from down the street who's selling dope out the ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the type of life he living. And no disrespect to them niggas. You know, I respect their hustle. You know, get it how you live. But you can't blame or generalize a whole sex of men because of your shitty decisions. It's stupid. It's stupid. And this is one thing, right? This is what you can do to piss off a black woman, for real. This is what you can do to piss off a black woman. All right, because they're very contradicting. A lot of women are very contradicting. They will sit over here and say, you go up to a black woman and she asks you, well, why you date outside your race? Why you date white women? And you tell them why or whatever. And then you be like, the first thing you may say is, y'all black women, the first thing that they come out their mouth, don't compare us. Don't compare us. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not compare us. Do not compare us. We're not all women. We're not all them. Like, you need to pick better women, man, blah. Okay. But when you ask them why you may not fuck with, why you don't want to date, why you don't want to date no black women, niggas broke, niggas ain't shit, y'all niggas fucked up, blah, blah. They'll goddamn sit over here and generalize you quick as hell. They'll lump all black men together, but the second you lump them together, the reason why you don't want to date black women is, oh, nah, it ain't all black women, it ain't all black women. Nigga, it ain't all black men it ain't all black men that are broke. It ain't all black men that are goddamn out here just bullshitting. They don't have shit going on for themselves. You got your Russell Wilsons out there. You got your Jeff Bezos out there, whatever how you say his last name. You got your, who else you got? You got your Michael B. Jordans. You just don't want to pick them because right now they're not popping. They don't have all this money. But you want to sit down and you want to get a damn nigga who's popping right now at a young age, but has nothing. They're not going to have any substantial income or no future 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So, it's the stigma that we just got. It's the stigma that we got to break. A lot of this hypocritical shit that a lot of these women doing, it got to stop. It got to fucking stop. But, like the video. Do me a favor, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.